XRP, we start with one hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, since the price was exactly within this move, we mentioned the best things is if we get the deeper correction before we at least 3 waves, before we take as a flat, before we take the trade. And we mentioned in case the price can continue from here and this correction turns to any moves, correction similar to what we have here, we mentioned the only way is to put our entry above the top. Okay, as we can see the price drop and we shouldn't be in the trade. No one see what's the next. Okay, and still we can expect this one turn to 3 waves, and if this one turn to a 3 waves structure or 3 waves correction as a flat, that means if we get one more drop, at least retest the previous low, then any reversal with the flag, we can take the trade either based on 1 hour or 15 minutes. That's when we can get the trade within the correction. This is the best things we can look for if we wants to look for buy, because if this one turn to a deeper move, it can give us better confirmation before continuation. But how about if the price continue from here? All right, still we can put our entry above the top. And if this is the start of the up move, the best thing is if we get a flag here, then we put our entry above the top. All right, now whether we can put our entry above the top right now, still it's possible. All right, that means we can put our entry somewhere around 67. All right, but we should know what we want. We want to see the continuation as a sharp move, similar to what we have here, what we get here. All right, and there is a possibility simply the price tag and drop. We should know having entry above this is how risky is that. And if the price continue as a corrective move similar to what we get here, what we have here, we are not going to keep the trade or get the trade. We want any continuation at least similar to what we get here. Then the best thing is if we want to put our entry above the top, if the PC the flag with small correction here. Or the second thing is if we get one more drop, we get the trade within the correction. All right. Whether we should put our entry right now above the top, it depends on the traders. Still, we can put our entry above the top, but we should know how risky is that. And if we wants to put our entry above the top, simply the price can tag and drop. That's why if we want to put the entry above the top, what we want the price sharply break and continue with the price tag. We see it's not moving. We are not going to keep the trade more than 2 hours. Within the first or second hours, if we see there is no continuation, we take out the trade. Okay, and still the reason is we want, as I mentioned in my last analysis, we don't see really good confirmation for the reversal. But if we get any trade set up for buy, we will take it, because in the long, if this is the start of the up move, in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us a really good trade setup. But if it's not moving our direction, we are not going to keep the trade for long term. That's why we should know if he wants to put our entry above the top, we are not going to keep the trade more than 2 hours if it's not moving in our direction. And if we get one more drop, we get the trade within the correction is there based on 1 hour or 15 minutes. We can keep the trade almost 2 to 4 hours. Okay. And again, we try to get the trade and we manage it. If it's not moving, we are not going to keep the trade for long term because we don't see really good confirmation. And if we move to forward chart, if the price consolidate here for longer time, it can give us better confirmation for continuation. Anyway, this is the only way we can look for trade, and we are not going to buy within the correction, exactly similar to what when the price was here. I mentioned we are not going to buy within this move. The only thing is put our entry above the top. This is what we get, because we mentioned we can expect the price to drop, and even right now we can expect to get one more drop, because if we get a flat, it can give us better confirmation. This is what I prefer, but it doesn't mean we cannot get the trade by having entry above the top. But the only thing is how risky is that, we should know about that. All right, anyway, this is the only way we can look for trade, and in this case we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.